Hi Chelsea, my name is Angela and I am your skincare engineer and I want to be your bestie. So there are three things in life that are guaranteed. You're going to be born, you're going to die, and you're going to go through menopause. Fortunately for you, Chelsea, that time is not now. As I saw on your show, you are fertile at 40. Unfortunately for those like me, that have to carry a fan around with them, not the case. I own a skincare company called Bare Elegance. It's all natural, plant-based, good for you, good for the environment. We focus on women dealing with the symptoms of menopause or perimenopause, such as thinning hair, thin, dry, saggy skin, dryness in other places. So we are really here to help those women feel as comfortable as they can. Our products help reverse and restore you back to where you were 20 years. So Chelsea, there are three things that our company can help you with. As the estrogen starts to deplete, of course, that's when you get the thinning hair, the dry, saggy skin. Our products can help prevent that. Since they are all natural, plant-based, you get instant results and they stay that way. That's number one, is prevention. So you'll never see these signs once the estrogen starts going down. And I assume you're going to keep being tested so you know when that is going to happen. Step two that we can do is if you do decide to have another child, we can help with those stretch marks and the look of cellulite that you get. I never had the look of cellulite until after I had my child. So if you do decide to go forward with a child, we can kind of help with anything that might happen to the skin. And if you have a little girl, starting her out with natural products will really, really help her hair. The third thing we can do is I saw your son loves those candid shots, and if you're at home with no makeup on, our products make you look like you are ready for a shoot with no makeup on, the natural look. With me, I don't believe in makeup. I don't wear makeup. I have no makeup. I will be 60 on May 10th. I don't know when you will see this video, but I'm 60. I have no wrinkles. I have no saggy. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you where I was when I was using expensive products that were not natural. It makes such a huge, huge difference just to give your body what it wants from nature. There is also, it's not what you use, it's how you use. So I have a blog where I show you how to use certain products. For example, hyaluronic acid. It can hold 1,000 times or more its weight in water. So it is not effective unless it has water when you apply it to your skin. I used hyaluronic acid for years. Just after I washed my face, I'd pat dry. I would put on that hyaluronic acid and I didn't notice a big difference. But if you actually wash your face, leave it wet, spray it with our Radiant Rose water, then apply the hyaluronic acid, it will plump. It will absorb into your skin and it will plump, and it leaves a beautiful radiant glow look. Your body produces hyaluronic acid, but as you age and the estrogen goes down, so does the hyaluronic acid. So applying it topically is the way to go, but you have to apply it correctly. If you don't apply it correctly, it's not going to do anything. In fact, it will help dry your skin and make it sag even more. So I'm here to help educate women going through the change or help to prevent the signs once you do start going through the change. I can help restore most symptoms except for the hot flashes. I'm still working on that. But until then, I'm gonna have to keep using my hefty fan. I never leave a room without my fan. So I will take a tour around my store. I've been in business for about 4 years. I was very happy in my bubble. I just went to pop-up shops. I sold to friends. I do facials out of my house to kind of demonstrate how the products work. It is instant results. But with the tariffs, I've had a hard time staying in the same cash flow. I am absorbing most of the cost. I do not want to pass that on to my clients, but I have to broaden now and start getting on social media. Since I am almost 60, I don't know a reel, I don't know a short. I am just now getting into social media just to broaden my fan base. And I do want to educate people on how to use certain things. I'm going to show you in some photos on how I can reverse most natural imperfections, such as alopecia and thinning hair. I've learned how to synthesize the keratin that sits down in your follicle and jump it to overdrive. So if you use the root stimulator, you still have to massage it because it does stimulate the keratin down in your follicle, but you must do the circulation. That blood has to circulate. So you apply it, you massage, and within a week, if the follicles are still alive, they will start functioning again in high, like they're on steroids, of course, without the steroids. So your follicles get thin, they go dormant, and they eventually die. So if I can start helping you before they die, you typically see results pretty fast. The other thing is eczema. Eczema is extremely dry skin. I have some natural products that can help restore your skin back to its natural state. There are no chemicals in it. It works within 2 to 3 days. I know you have a young son that likes to dance. You know, maybe he dances a little too much until he gets sore, or maybe I'm talking about people more our age. If you get sore, I can help reverse that pain. I can help with acne. I'm most famous for my rose water. My rose water is the most natural on the market from what I can find. It is not made with an extract. It is made just from fresh roses. And we have learned how to preserve that naturally out of refrigeration for 2 years. It's never been done before. By degree, I am a chemical engineer. So I have retired shortly before the pandemic, and I didn't want to sit around, so I started creating bath products, and it blossomed into this amazing company that really does help restore most of the natural imperfections. Especially, I forgot to mention the hyperpigmentation as far as signs of menopause. It's thinning hair, saggy dry skin, and hyperpigmentation are some of the main ones, and dryness. I can help. I don't want to go too much into detail, but I can help restore dryness in places you don't want to be dry, which is most places. So I will show you some photos. I would love to send you some products for you to try. No matter what you use, you're going to see an instant results, which proves to you that our products are primarily from nature. So I love the show on the skincare routine, and I wanted to say that is so important, because as we age, one product is not going to do everything. So you have to have a routine of cleansing, and sometimes you need more than one cleansing. If you're younger and you still have pimples, you might need to double cleanse with an oil-based and then a water-based. You need to add more moisture. You need to add your hyaluronic acid. You need to add your vitamin C serum once a day, especially here in Houston with this horrible heat we have. Then you need a barrier of protection to cover your face. So I am all for a skincare routine, and I still have a copy of what you did in that show that talked about the skincare routine, because I could not agree more. So I actually have a skincare routine for face. I have one for hair. I have one for caring for the hair on a daily basis. I have one for caring for the hair as far as cleansing your hair. So there are moisturizing conditioners and there are hydrating conditioners. So hydrating targets the inside of your hair. So you want the product to seep inside and expand. And that's, again, we go back to the hyaluronic acid. So this will actually help prevent split ends, especially after you get a trim. It improves volume, it improves definition, and it improves the overall health of your hair. I've only seen 2 true hydrating conditioners. I have one and Beyonce has one. Walmart has one, but I don't want to slam Walmart, but theirs was in no way hydrating. I did buy it, I tried it. It's not hydrating. I always say mine is better than Beyonce's, and yes, that is a challenge to Beyonce, but it is very important to hydrate. It's like drinking water for your hair. Moisturizing conditioners target the outside of your hair. So it is like taking a shower for your hair. You cannot adequately moisturize and hydrate in the same product. You need 2 different products if you really want that. So for our 4C hair, it is important that we hydrate. I use the hydrating conditioner as a pre-poo. And again, with hyaluronic acid, when you apply that conditioner, you have to use rose water, coconut milk or something, a lot of water for it to work. You can't just put it on dry hair. And I love the show where you showed your hair process. Our hair is very beautiful, but can be very challenging to take care of. And I love the fact that you went through your routine. So I do have a set of specialized products for women of color. I have 4CCCC's hair. So my hair is very dry, very tight curls. So with our products used over time, it does help to loosen those curls. And there is a new process. It's not a chemical process. It's not a perm, but it's called Afro Hair Botox. And I got this done today. It lasts about 8 weeks. You put it on, lasts about 8 weeks. But when you straighten your hair with a flat iron, it makes the straightness last a lot longer. So I did want to educate women on there are alternatives to relaxers, keratin treatments. I know some have formaldehyde, some don't. This is probably the most natural on the market. I wouldn't recommend using it more than 3 times a year. It is fairly new, but I did want to try to help women of color have an easier time with their hair. I do have several detanglers. I have a no tangle takedown as far as people taking down their braids. I have a butter that is made of all specialty butters that you can apply it on your hair and it doesn't have that heavy weigh down. So I just want to help you, bestie, get the word out to women that there is help out there. And on a serious note, I am a survivor of domestic violence. My husband got an insurance policy on me with a mistress and tried to kill me. And because the jails and prisons, there's so much crime in Houston, he got 6 years probation for premeditated attempted murder, and he's out living his best life while he ended up scamming me out of most of what I own. I see most of my friends my age are retiring after 36, 40 years, and I am just now getting started in my new career. But it actually did me a favor because I never would have founded this company had he not taken everything and forced me back into the job market. I couldn't be happier. This is the best job that I've ever had. I've actually worked in about 20 international cities building drill ships, and this is the best job I've ever had. I'm having the time of my life, and I hope I get to be your bestie. Bye, Chelsea. Have a great day. By degree, I am a chemical engineer, and As always, be beautiful, be natural, be elegant. And I hope to hear from you soon, bestie. Bye, Chelsea.